Hey, it's Mission Native Survival. Today we're going to be making an adjustable pod hanger. Don't go away.
Alright, so that's what I'm looking for. This is a nice V split. It's not really a Y. If it was up here it'd be a Y. It's more like a V. That's nice and strong. This is a beech and it's alive. It's green, which is what I want as well. So I'm going to take the whole sapling. It's about 8-9 feet tall, maybe 10 the most, and I should be able to make all the other parts of my adjustable pod hanger from this one sapling. So I take the smallest amount of material from the woods.
Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm just trying to get this properly set up so it's right over my fire. And I'm going to make a little nick of where I want to cut it. And also left this piece along right here so I can drape socks and other clothes over my fire to dry as well. What I do is make it a little longer than I need to, and just cut it down. Okay, so I just lightly squared it off. So this is the top. Okay, so now I'm going to work on cutting, making a stop cut. Back a little bit, maybe 1/4 of an inch, cutting into that to create a nice flat groove, a nice shelf that I'm gonna be able to put my pot hook on. Alright, so this is what I did. Made a quick notch in there, a little stop cut. So I just cut down this way and then I cut towards it from this angle. And I made it tilt back just a tiny bit. See how it tilts in a little? Okay, so I'm going to put my hanger right on here and we'll see how it fits. Okay, I apologize if it's getting a little tougher to see. Obviously it's turning to night. Now this hook is not ideal, the shape. I like to be a little flatter than this. But again, I'm trying to use just the sapling, that one sapling, because I really want to conserve my resources, being the plants around me. I don't want to just chop down a bunch of stuff to make a pot hanger. Okay, so I'm going to just get this so it's the lowest setting possible. So I'm going to go get my billy can so I can size it up. Okay, so there's my billy can. Hopefully you can see this. Now I'm going to just slowly bring it down so it's at the height that I want it to be at the lowest setting. I'm going to get this as low as possible so it's just embers. Okay, it's sitting. Alright, now we're hanging. I'm going to bring it up a tiny bit to allow for some weight in the can. It's going to work right there. So I'm going to put my finger there. And that's where I'm going to make my first notch. Okay, so I'm just going to make my stop cut. Just built my fire up. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. Looks like you can. Reinforce my stop cut. Get rid of this little twig. Let's go a little bit further. Alright, so that's what I got. Okay. Nice clean stop cut going right in. Okay, so now let's see how it fits. I'm going to just knock my fire down a little bit. Now this is where the tweaking phase comes in. This is where you fix the issues that need to be fixed. Okay. Just thin the bottom out a little bit so it fits a little easier. I'm going to go a little deeper here. Move it up a little bit so you guys can definitely see what I'm doing here. Okay. Let's see what we got. Alright. Just took off the top angle there. Just cut right across it to make it nice and flat. Alright, it's fitting much better now. So let's sort of pot on it, see how it hangs. Okay. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so you can see it's free hanging. I'll move it a little bit. Just above my embers. Perfect. So that's the first setting you want to make, is the longest. Then from there, all you do is go further up. See, this is my notch right here. I'll just make another notch right here, right here, right here. So every inch, inch and a half. And all that's going to do is take my billy can when it's over the fire, and it's just going to raise it up an inch, an inch,
an inch, an inch. I can do as many as I want until, you know, it's all the way up and my last notch is right by the billy can itself, and I'll be way up in the air, which I usually don't use. So I usually only end up making about 4 or 5, and then I'm good to go. Okay, so I like to store my hook right where my V is. Now everything's out of the way, nice and clean. I can dry things, I can cook very easily, boil water, do everything I want to do over my fire with my billy can, and everything's organized and clean. And the best part is that I can really adjust how much heat I end up using by moving my billy can up and down on my fire. So if I want to cook something slow, that's really easy. If I want to really cook something fast, that's really easy too. And I'm not just taking my billy can and sitting it in my fire, because, you know, I've found that it boils over, it gets too hot, and then you get some water and it messes up your embers, and water comes out, boils out, things like that. So now you can really control the exact temperature or the heat result that you want inside your billy can when you're cooking. Alright, well, it's been Mitch, Native Survival. I appreciate your views, your comments, and support. And you should definitely go try out, if you have a billy can, making an adjustable pot hanger. It really does come in handy and make a huge difference on your cooking. Have a great day. Thanks a lot.